Hello everyone to this week's Minecraft. We are here in the creative world because this next 2 weeks we're going to be spending our time here working on our creative builds for this session. Um, I have made it possible so that you can claim 2 plots because I know some of you are having fun just with a creative build somewhere and don't want to have to delete it or remove it to get started with our creative theme build. So go ahead when you get in, and if you have 1 plot already, you can just take one nearby it, hopefully. Um, if your plot is somewhere very far away, I do actually have a command now to move plots from one plot to another plot. So we can work on kind of getting people more around the spawn point so it's easier to teleport in and out. I'm going to put a few more spawn point teleports around the map so it's a little bit easier because I know when we have 20 students in here, this is going to get really crazy and big and confusing. So I think I've picked my theme for this next 2 weeks, and the theme is going to be ships. So you're going to take your plot, and you're going to be creating a ship. It can be any kind of ship: spaceship, pirate ship, mega yacht, canoe, whatever you want it to be. Just build it. Do your best you can, make it interesting. Uh, and just have fun with it. This time we're going to be doing solo builds for the most part, so I'm not going to let you guys just party up right away because I've done that before and it generally ends up with uh, groups either arguing about design or groups kind of falling apart or one person doing all the work. So I want this time to just be kind of a solo effort. Do the best you can. Do some cool stuff with it. If you want to do some redstone things with your ship, have some lights that turn on and off, all that, let me know. I can help you wire it up, figure out what you want to do with it. So start doing some research. Start looking around, look at some pictures, go get, do some Googling around for ship designs and ship interiors. What does it need to be on the inside? What does it need to have? How big do you need to make it? And then maybe you're going to want to change this from grass to water. Maybe you're going to do a submarine. A submarine's a boat. You could do that too. So maybe you'll want to fill it all up with water and turn it into an underwater ship of some sort. So you have lots and lots of options. Going forward with it. And during this week, after we get started and everybody's kind of working on the plots, I'll have the server up and available pretty much 24/7, but just the creative world. You won't be able to go back to the adventure world or anywhere else. You'll just be able to go creative world, so you can work on it from home whenever you have some time. Show your parents what you're doing, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's our plan for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be off for break. I have done quite a bit of work this weekend, my last weekend off before I go back to work tomorrow, after being away for all this time for baby Zara. And so I've got the arena world set up. And the special thing with the arena world, once it loads the magic texture pack, there we go. It looks like it's just a regular flat world, but I have it protected in such a way that you guys will be able to claim your own area using the simple wand tool, make an area, and then you'll be able to do some commands to help claim areas and start working on those areas where you're allowed to world edit, you're allowed to do all this stuff, but it keeps everything, very, very, very protected so you can't world edit a giant pyramid all over the world, like which somebody did last year to the arenas and broke all the arenas and everybody was upset. So this year, I'm going to try and get you guys introduced into this the last week so that you guys come in here. I'll have cheat sheets for you so you can know how to do some of the commands. And the idea is that some of you that are interested and you really want to be in the second session next year, you can start pre-building your arena. And so we'll start talking about that because I have lots of different game modes. There's lots of different things you can do with the arenas, different classes of equipment. There's spawn points for items you can create. Where do the teams spawn? What's the objective? Maybe it's a death match. Maybe it's a destroy the enemy castle. Stuff like that. There's a couple different game modes that are possible to think about. Capture the flag, even I believe, is another one. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but for the most part, I'm hoping that over the Christmas break, some of you guys can just get in here and start working on building some stuff, and then when the second session starts, we'll actually start putting the game logic and making it understand that it's an arena and how it's going to work and all that kind of stuff. We'll deal with on the second session. So that's what's happening these next 2 weeks. The adventure world does not go anywhere during the year. So like when second session starts, and we can go back to adventure world. It's exactly the same as we left it. Nothing's changing. If anybody can't make the second session, it's okay. Your stuff is still going to be there for the third session. So you can skip the second session, come back on the third session, pick up right where you were in the adventure world, like that. So that is our plans for the next 2 weeks and going forward into next year. So I'm hoping to see lots of people online during the break and enjoying being creative and building stuff. So, all right, I will see you guys on Wednesday, and hopefully I am awake after going back to work and still having a newborn at home. All right, bye.